back to today's vlog. I'm having to sit down because it's incredibly windy here and I'm being hit head on with the wind. As you can see behind me, we are photographing the hills today. I was supposed to be out up there taking wildlife pictures today. You can see by my hair blowing about the wind that it's not so off taking a picture today. I'm a bit disappointed I didn't get to go out and shoot some wildlife today, but there's some beautiful light on Hills today just now. Up here there's absolutely no light at all. It's very grey, very overcast. I'm going to head down to the harbour and have a look and see what's down there. Maybe we'll get some really dramatic stormy skies instead, you never know. So let's go and crack on and see what's we can find. I've come down to the other beach in Girvan to have a look. I decided to go and do a bit of fishing while I was here since I didn't get to go out in the boat, which I was obviously gutted about. I think this is the main beach in Girvan, so I actually fished from the lighthouse, which is an abandoned lighthouse, and I've come round to where the car park is and came down onto the beach, and there's these fantastic reeds, so you can see that there, all the way along this beach. So I've used the reeds to frame up a composition to get the lighthouse in the background, and there's some awesome light hitting the side of the lighthouse. So my plan is just to darken down the sky, probably in post-production, and try and get a really cool dramatic image. It's been an awesome day, very good fun. I've been down here for about 2.5 hours fishing. Didn't catch anything, but one other folk I was with caught a crab, so at least one of us caught something. But I got talking to another fisherman who's going to be here for pretty much most of the night, and he advised if you want to come fishing in Girvan, the best time to come is at night time because you can actually get some sea bass down here with the beach casters. So there you go. So it's not just photography on this channel. So I was talking about the composition I got up there. Literally what I've done is I've used a long lens to compress the lighthouse down, and then I've used the grass, sort of beach grass here, to frame up some sort of foreground on it, and I really liked how it's turned out, and I think that'll work because there is a tiny little bit of sunshine still hitting the side of the lighthouse. It should look quite cool. But yeah, I've had a really good day. I was camping last night in a place called Bar Hill Caravan Site, or Bar Hill Camping Site, which is further down the coast, about half an hour down the coast. It was raining all night, so we had to basically ditch the tent, put it in one of the big waste bins in the caravan site because it just fell apart. But that didn't dampen our spirits. We got up early this morning, we came down here. We were going to send a drone up, but because of the storms we've had here in the last 2 days and the winds have been really unusually high for this time of year, we've decided not to get any drone footage, which is the safest thing to do when you're in that sort of situation. So I'm going to head back up to the car, put away my fishing gear, see where else we can head. Welcome to the bottom of the Duke's Pass. I've actually come up here, this is day 2 technically, I've come up here to do a bit of a recce. Normally behind me you can see that beautiful big stately home over there. This bit here is not normally as flooded as it is today, which is awesome for me because I'm getting some really beautiful reflections, and because everything's so still, there's no wind, we're getting some really beautiful reflections in that water of that birch tree there, which is just there, and it's just sitting on its own. There's a wee fishing boat out in the back, and there's also a really cool tree just up the back there as well. I was actually driving down to have a look at the autumn colours to see if they've started changing yet, but it's a little bit early in the season. So as far as Duke's Pass goes, Loch Achray and things like that, which is what we're at just now, they're starting to change. They're going a slight tinge of yellow, but not anywhere near what I would expect yet for the vibrant colours that I know they will go. That'll probably happen the end of September to get the full vibrant colours, and I'm really looking forward to that. That is going to be awesome, beautiful down here. So this particular spot is just down from the hotel, so there's a lay-by you can pull into to get this shot. It's absolutely gorgeous, highly recommend it just for those gorgeous autumn colours. So for this particular shot I'm shooting with a polarizer on just now, and you're probably wondering why I'm shooting with a polarizer. It's so bright and white and dreich. Why would I need a polarizer? Well, it's because the sky's reflecting that white. So the sky's reflecting the white clouds, basically reflecting into the water, and it's making it very flat looking, so I thought by putting the polarizer on it might darken it slightly, cut through some of that glare on the water and bring out that reflection a wee bit more of the tree, which I'm hoping that'll work. So I've actually shot 2 different compositions for this particular tree, just because I like to have a bit of flexibility when I get it back into Photoshop. So I've got a vertical composition and I've got a horizontal composition. At the moment I'm shooting the f4 because I want to try and separate that tree a little bit from the mountains in the background. I'm shooting at f4, which gives me a fairly fast shutter speed of 125. So I'm really looking forward to seeing what this unexpected shot looks like in Photoshop. There's some Highland coos down there as well if you like shooting them, but I'm not shooting them today. They're all stopping to photograph the Highland coos because the Highland coos are coming up to the fence and showing off a wee bit. So that's why there's so much traffic coming up and down here just now. It's crazy. So yeah, I'm going to head up the Duke's Pass and get the low-lying fog and the cloud that I drove through to come down here. There was a few competitions that I saw up there, so I'm quite looking forward to getting back up. Don't come for walks when you've got a pair of trainers on. I'm in a place called the Lodge Visitor Centre, and there's a trail that we can do which I've never been to before, and it looked absolutely brilliant, so I've decided to come down and have a look at it. And this is what I found on the background. An absolutely massive waterfall, really cool. And as I've always said, it's raining but it doesn't matter. The low-hanging cloud is actually hanging above the waterfall, which gives it a really ethereal, misty look about it. It looks absolutely brilliant. I've decided rather than trying to get everything in, because there's loads of mini waterfalls here, I've just focused on the main one and tried to get as much detail as I can with the surrounding foliage, and it looks pretty good, so yeah, quite happy. So I'm shooting with a, what was that? So I had to bump up my ISO a little bit to 400 because it's quite dark here. I was shooting at 1.3 seconds to get this shot. It's quite a dark environment and we're surrounded by trees, so we're almost in the canopy of the trees here just now. But unfortunately you do have that horrible white sky poking through the top. I'll just turn around and show you. But not enough to actually disrupt your photograph, because there's enough foliage above the waterfall to just crop all that out. So yeah, quite happy. I'm going to go back and get this photograph edited and up online in the next couple of hours. But I hope you've enjoyed today's vlog, and I'll post all my pictures at the end as usual because I can't remember how many I've got now. Oh, there's people zip wiring above my head just now. It looks awesome fun. So I'm going to post all my photographs at the end of the video so you can have a look at them. Next week is something super exciting. I've hired a camper van, so I'm going to be travelling all around top of Scotland, well, up to the Cairngorms, Perthshire. I haven't quite finished planning it yet, but that's the gist of it, so super excited about that, really happy about that. So until next week, I'll see you soon, bye.